Yes, this looks to be nearly everyone. Though I am usually the first to hold forth at such events, I think on this occasion that honor...
They would be more inclined to take the word.
Indeed. In light of the subject matter...
Wicked White? The Warriors of Light?
So they never... I mean, they only ever wanted to help. And when everything they'd done...
They gave everything to stop the flood. First their light, and they managed it too, in the end.
This should go a long way towards clear... Impossible. I definitely see something.
Nay, yonder standeth no bloodless apparition, but a...
What in the world?
This you! The one who slew... That it should be the Warrior of Darkness who brought the truth to light. You've saved me a fair bit of time. People of the Crystarium! I am Ardbert.
That's impossible. You should...
Aye, that I should. I know not why I, and I alone, have been gifted this chance. But I do know this. Only by the will of the star itself could such a... The hero who stands before you now, the Warrior of Darkness. But this land is our home. And if it is to remain so, now and forevermore, the time to rely on saviors from afar has passed. It is you who must rise. You who must become the new Warriors of Light. What? Us? Warriors of... None of us were born heroes, my friend. But wherever my journeys took me, I was invariably confronted with the same choice. To lend what aid I could to those in need. Any one of you could do the same. All you need is the will to help your fellow man. And the resolve to... From thine own lips did we learn of Ardbert's fate,
And by thy countenance I gather thou art. Yet whosoever this man may be, his words hold truth and resonate with the citizenry besides. For us to voice our doubts here and now would serve but to sow disquiet.
Go. I will stay.
So, that is a warrior of... I've not had the pleasure of making his acquaintance, but as you all seem to be in agreement, I gather this is...
As far as I was able to discern, that was indeed.
Ardbert did entrust his very soul unto thee. I see no reason to question thy judgment.
Nor I. To my eyes, your ether burns as brightly as the day you slew Emmett Selk.
Yet that which standeth now before the people is far more than a passing imitation, which leaveth but one plausible.
That he is an Ascian.
Given their fondness for posthumous possession. From what I understand, the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore by those whom they had aided in life. Needless to say, 4 of them were subsequently exhumed to serve as the Virtues. And if one knew where to look, Ardbert too would not...
Assuming then that this is indeed the work of an Ascian, my mind inevitably
Elidibus. That Xenos hath reclaimed his own flesh is known. Thus evicted from his borrowed form, and cognizant no doubt of Emmett Selk's failure here in the... 'Tis quite possible the emissary chose Ardbert for his...
Inhabiting the flesh of the fallen.
Verily, for they possess no corporeal forms of... Indeed, when Elidibus intruded upon the waking sands, his presence did go unmarked by all save Minfilia and the Warrior of Light. On that occasion I myself remained ignorant of his coming until after his departure. It was only at a later juncture, when he deigned to appear before me in borrowed flesh, that I was finally... In such puppetry do the Ascians engage when they seek to influence the course of history.
And they have gained much by it. Emmett Selk single-handedly built the Garlean Empire in this manner, while La Hebrea came close to conquering Eorzea, having taken possession of Thancred's living body.
Yet it must needs be noted that the Ascians cannot avail themselves of all mortal vessels. Mayhap the blessing of light shieldeth Hydaelyn's chosen from Ascian influence. Or...
Whatever the reason, I hope it holds true. I dare not contemplate what might come.
Is it not peculiar, then, that Ardbert's mortal remains should be susceptible, given that he was once a warrior of light? Or did the final... Regardless, to hear an Ascian use him to call forth new...
Elidibus hath ever been an enigma, his ostensible purpose being to preserve... When he made overtures towards me, however, I was afforded a glimpse behind the mask of the self... I shall not defend mine actions, undertaken in pursuit of a better understanding of our foe as either wise or prudent. Nevertheless, what little I did... Elidibus possesseth a subtle mind, practiced in the art of manipulation. That he coaxed this star's most valiant heroes as... And now I believe he doth employ his skills once more to some as yet unknown end. Though...
Agreed. 'Tis plain that simply speaking out against him will not avail us. At best, it would only serve to confuse the people. And I would hesitate to do anything which might tarnish Ardbert's reputation once more. That being the case, it may be wise to keep a covert eye on this Ardbert's movements.
His performance appears to have
'Twould appear Master Alphino already hath pursuit in mind.